Hello there, Nicole Dragosic here. Today we're going to be talking about Google Hangouts. There's just a few things we need before we can get started. First, you want to make sure that you and everyone who's going to participate in the Hangout has a Google account. Many of us in education already have Google accounts through Google Apps for Education. I know at the ESC, we've had our regular email accounts, for example mine and Dragosic at esc18.net, converted into Google Apps accounts. If you aren't sure, I can look that up for any of our districts here in Region 18. Just shoot me a message. Next, you're going to need Google Chrome's web browser. Google Chrome is going to give us the best experience when we're dealing with any of Google's applications. You also want to make sure that you're signed into Google's Chrome web browser. This will make sure your account details sync over when we're playing with those applications. Finally, you want to make sure that you have Google App Launcher. Google App Launcher is like a little system tray, kind of like the Start menu, that'll give us easy access to any of the Google applications that we install from the Chrome Web Store. If you aren't sure how to do any of these things, no worries. I'll post some instructions below the video. Okay, let's get started looking at Hangouts. The first thing that we want to do is install the Google Hangouts application. I already have open my Google Chrome web browser, which is the little web browser with the green, red, yellow, and blue icon. To get to any Google application, it's always easiest to type whatever the application name is, .google.com. So if I was trying to go to Google Drive, I would go to drive.google.com. To get to Hangouts, I would go to hangouts.google.com. Google will automatically handle any sort of corrections that need to be made to the URL, and it lands me right on the Hangouts page. I want to install the Hangouts app, so I'm going to click the Get Hangouts button. It's going to ask it for what kind of device I would like to install the app. I'm not going to cover installing Hangouts for your mobile device, so we're just going to look at installing it on the computer. This is actually a Google Chrome extension, so it'll pop up and say, would you like to add this to Chrome? And I do, so I'm going to click the Add button. And now it's going to show up in my app launcher. I'm going to go ahead and open Hangouts by clicking on Hangouts from the app launcher. And it's going to show rotating arrows in a green circle as it starts to load. And then here I can see a list of all of my most recent Hangout conversations. Say you wanted to start a Hangout message with a group of people. What you would do is just start typing their names. Once they come up, if they're somebody you've messaged before, you can check the box next to their picture. If you've never messaged them before, you may need to type their full email address. You can do Hangouts messages with up to 100 users. If you are going to do that many users or some large number, it may be easier for you to start a Google Hangouts event using Google+. I'll show you how to do that in a different video. For this purpose, we're just going to do a couple of people. And once you've got the names typed into the top, you just click the message button to initiate the message. Now it shows me that I have 2 people in this Hangout. If for some reason the Hangout invite did not go through, or the user has it to where they have to approve any Hangout invites, it'll give you a message about any users that didn't get the Hangout invite in red right here in this screen. So I'm going to start typing. I'm going to cover some of the different buttons and things that we have available here. At the top, you're going to notice that you've got a little gear. This is your Hangouts options. Here, I can turn on and off the notifications that I'm getting every time I receive a message. Turn on and off the Hangouts history, which is them saving the conversation. I can check out the Hangouts archive for conversations that I've had with this group before. And I can leave the Hangout. Here where the little person is, I can click that to see the 2 people that I have in my Hangout and also get access to add more people to my Hangout if I should so desire. I can also convert this to a video call, which I'll cover in a later video. Down at the bottom, where the message entry area is, whenever I want to send a message, I just type and press enter to send. I also have a little smiley icon here. This is for my Emote Icons. The little clock will show me the recently used icons, and then I have several different categories where I can search for some Emote Icons. It'll be very similar to the Emote Icons that you have on your phone. You'll be able to scroll up and down to find one that you're interested in. And then when you've gotten your different icons selected, you can press enter to send. Over to the other side, we have two more icons. We have the camera, which when we click that's going to bring up the option to upload photos, get to the photos that back up from our phone if we have that checked on our phone, see the photos that we have associated with our Google account, our Google account albums, search for videos to share, or create a new photo from our web camera. If you want to send a photo, you just click on the photo and then click select. It'll automatically send that photo into the conversation for everybody to see. When you hover over the camera, you also get another option that says draw an image. It's a little pencil. This is so you can draw your own image. Here you can select different colors, various sizes, your opacity level, so how see-through it is, and what kind of brush you have. Do you want a round brush or do you want a square brush? So I'm going to show you an example of how you could do a picture. And then if I wanted to come back and use the opacity, so I've set it kind of see-through. So now I can color over that. When you're done, you can click send. All of the users that are in this chat will be able to see everything that I send to them. And that's how you use Google Messages.